Thanks for inviting us in. It's now 11 o'clock and we begin tonight with heavy rain, high water, and devastating damage across Indiana. We've got road closures. I mean, look at these pictures. This is I-70 that we're going to show you here in Centerville, which is in Wayne County. You can see the westbound lanes there washed away by flooding. Now, according to INDOT, crews have shut things down in this area to allow for repairs. And we've got the detour information for you online. And from road closures to school closures, you can find the entire list of school districts turning to delays, e-learning, and cancellations. We've got that for you over on WTHR.com. But first at 11, we want to get over to Rob Ellis. He is tracking another round of rain and storms tomorrow. Rob?
Yeah, thankfully we are quiet right now. We did have some showers and a few storms pop up south of Indy earlier. Those have since moved to the south and things should remain quiet in the short term. However, we are still watching some flash flood warnings. These should expire within the next hour or so, either 11:45 or midnight. Once those go down, we still have a flood watch that's going to be in place. This will go until Friday at midnight. This will be midnight tomorrow night, but likely going to be extended because yes, we are expecting more rain on top of the nearly foot of rain that has already fallen for some locations over the last 2 days. When can we expect that? Well, overall, it looks like tomorrow afternoon is going to be the time frame for the next best chance for rain. Here's tomorrow morning, hopefully a dry commute. And then as we get into the afternoon, we'll watch another one of these complexes of thunderstorms that is expected to move across central Indiana through the afternoon. This could bring us a chance for severe storms, but it's also going to bring us a chance for some heavy rain. And then unfortunately, more heavy rain is going to be expected. Look at Thursday night. This is at midnight or close to midnight. We may get one of these axes of rainfall to fall and stay there for several hours. If that is the case, we could see another round of what we saw this morning with additional heavy rain. Will it be as much as what we saw? I doubt it, but this certainly is going to bear watching. I'll talk about totals and also the river flooding that's coming up. That's in a few.
All right, we'll see you in a little bit, Rob. Thanks so much. So this heaviest rain has now ended, leaving parts of our viewing area underwater. Look at the video that we're going to show you here from Delaware County. Entire blocks flooded tonight. Alex Almanza joins us this evening. He's at 10th and Sherman here in Indianapolis, and that's where cars got stuck today after Hoosiers tried to drive through the high water. Alex?
Yeah, right now the waters have mostly receded. There's actually nothing here. The water is gone. But earlier today, there was a lot of cars that were trying to get through. Some turned around. They didn't even want to get into this mess. But the water has clearly receded, like I said, since earlier today. I want to show you video of what it looked like this afternoon. For a lot of folks, this is something that's been a problem here, especially at 10th and Sherman, especially, here we're talking about areas that have flooded. But here in Indiana. Tonight, historic rainfall flooding neighborhoods across Indiana. In Muncie, emergency responders use boats to rescue people and pets.
We got evacuated because the water just keeps coming, and it's stressful.
A city bus stands by to take families to a nearby shelter.
And I'm a minister, and I'll be honest with you, it's even hard for me.
Mayor Dan Ridenour calling it a 100-year flood. As crews respond across the city, he's asking people to give them room to work.
Follow the barriers. If it's marked off, please do not enter into those areas. That is for your safety and for the safety of those workers who are out trying to solve the situations.
Southeast of Muncie and Wayne County, even more high flood waters. Cars abandoned. What were once streets are now rivers. Edna McCord has lived here for 38 years. Her neighborhood has flooded before, but nothing to this scale.
It kind of looks like a lakefront building property, but I don't think anyone would want to buy it for that.
McCord is one of hundreds of people who are now leaving their homes. Cambridge City Fire Chief Jeff Gabbard.
Well, I'd say probably maybe 100 people had to leave their homes, but we've had to rescue 10. We've had DNR come in and help us with their boats where we couldn't get to with the fire trucks.
And back in Marion County, the flood isn't comparable, but at 10th and Sherman, neighbors say this happens all the time, and they're tired of it.
And I feel like, why is this going on? We should be able to get to where we have to go.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, the water is mostly gone here, but a lot of residents are hoping that when we're talking about what's going to happen next, we're talking about the river, the amount of water that's going to rise, especially for our communities out east. And it's a message that we've heard a lot from emergency responders and from a lot of folks, is that if you come upon any water that is flooded, especially in areas where you don't know how deep it is, it's best to just turn around and don't drown, Scott.
Yeah, that is something we tell our viewers all the time when we get floods. Alex Almanza here in Indianapolis, thanks so much. So it takes a lot of manpower and money power to recover from storms like the ones that pounded our state. Indiana Governor Mike Braun went to northern Indiana today to see the damage. The governor talked about the process of bringing aid to communities impacted by these storms.
So the way you do this is generally county by county. It's quicker when you do a statewide declaration to get to exactly what you're talking about. And once we assess it, it'll take up to a week to see where the damage is, how much, and everywhere. And that's pro forma, fairly quick, and then go to the feds to see what we can get help there from.
So leaders with Indiana Homeland Security have been telling us they're investigating 2 possible storm-related deaths, one in Lake County and one in Porter County. More than a dozen Indiana counties tonight are under a travel advisory. So officials issued travel warnings in Henry County and Wayne County. Those are the counties you see there marked with red on this map. So that means that people need to avoid all travel. The counties you see here in orange are under a watch. That means conditions are threatening to public safety. The yellow counties are places where routine travel may be restricted in areas because of hazardous conditions. All that to say, if you're driving and encounter high water, please don't drive through it. While different storm-related problems require different services, Indy DPW reminds you that you should report power outages or down lines to AES Indiana. Leaders with DPW also tell us it's AES, not DPW, that handles lines that are tangled in trees. Wastewater backups and street flooding calls go to Citizens Energy Group. And if you see a tree limb blocking a road or a traffic signal that isn't working, call the Mayor's Action Center. Those numbers are on your screen right now. And check these gas station lines in northern Indiana. This is in Portage. Rows of people filling up their cars and getting fuel for generators. Some of them today told us they waited up to an hour to find a station that was still operating.
This is your second time here?
Second time, yeah. We filled up, ran out of gas this morning, went to Maryville, and that was a joke. It was backed up, worse than this.
I've been here for about 30 minutes to an hour, just trying to see what's going on. Everything is black. So that's the only line, that's the only closest place to get gas within a mile radius.
Governor Braun said today that he and his team will be monitoring for price gouging. The governor says a situation like this brings a higher level of scrutiny. And I want to show you some video out of Portage that is hard to forget. A home explosion as severe weather moved through Portage yesterday. 80-year-old Leona Rice died in the blast. It's not clear right now exactly what caused that explosion at the house, but emergency responders have been telling us that weather conditions delayed their response. Neighbors left stunned by everything that's happened in this area.
It took a long time for rescue to get here due to the blockage of the trees and the roads and whatnot. The city finally brought a payloader, cleaned the trees over the street onto the sidewalk so that the fire trucks could get in here.
Rice lived in that home with her husband. He was not there at the time. Well, viewers are critical in helping us tell these stories after storms hit. We've been getting lots of photos and videos all day long showing flooding and damage. This is from Kim in Cambridge City, which is off Highway 40. We also saw a picture of boats in that area helping get people to safety. A viewer shared this footage from the park in Centerville, a town in Wayne County, and you can see the water rushing past the playground equipment. And video shows Richmond floodwater covering fields. And we also got some video today from Newcastle. The person who shared this called her grandma's front yard a complete river. We want to thank you for sending us content today, and we urge you to capture pictures and video safely.